How's it going? We good? Yeah, live. There we go. Mr. Carter doing YouTube live. What in the world? Anyways, this is not going to be a regular thing. I'm not going to be doing this every day. I don't want to do that every day. So there we go. Did this today so that I could talk through some stuff about the book and about class in general. And this shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. Hopefully not. And then YouTube keeps emailing me saying, hey, you're on YouTube live. I was like, cool. I know that. Thanks, YouTube. Anyways, how's it going? Okay, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, that sucks. So I'm talking to a computer. If you actually want to answer that question, I'll be emailing some people eventually. Thanks for answering the daily questions and staying in communication that way. That's really fun for me to kind of keep interacting with you on at least some level. A lot of your responses make me laugh, which is pretty good. Here I am in my apartment. I got a TV and a couch and my guitars and Summer's over there, kind of above my head. And I got books and yeah, there we go. So here I am. I just showered like an hour ago for the first time in 3 days, so that's kind of fun. Feeling clean. I need to wash my clothes though. That's necessary. As a whole, as far as English 10 goes, most of you are doing really, really well with keeping up with the book and the question sets that are on Classroom. So I'm like, good job, right? Good job. If you're not doing that, let me know how I can help. If you have questions, ask Gilkerson, ask me, shoot us an email. If you need other like help via electronic stuff, Donnelly, Barry, me, Gilkerson, let us know. Anyways, as far as the book goes, I just wanted to read a few passages for you and talk about how they specifically relate to dehumanization. So that's a term that we just started kind of talking about, which it's new, right? And it's a big word to dehumanize someone, but essentially it means to take away their humanity, to remove their humanity so they don't actually seem like an actual person or people, that they don't have human rights. And a lot of what the book is about is this kid, the 16-year-old kid, Steve, right? Going to jail and being labeled a monster. So when they label him a monster, they're taking away his humanity. They're saying you're not a human, you're not a person, you are now a monster. And therefore we can treat you like you are a monster. Quick summary of the crime that occurred. So some dudes, King and a few others, were going to hold up a drugstore, right? Or like a small market. Steve was the guy who went into the market, right? We don't know if he's innocent or guilty yet, but he was the guy who went into the market, looked to see if there were any cops or others in the market drugstore who would have opposed or stopped the robbery from taking place. So Steve then left and then gave the signal for those two guys to go into the market, into the drugstore, to stick them up, where they shot and killed the clerk, the owner. So there you go. That is what Steve is on trial for participating in the event that killed the guy. That's called felony murder. Anyways, boom, there we go. So I'm going to read a little bit. This is a kind of a nightmare scenario that Steve is having on page 73 at the bottom. Page 73, I'm going to read it for you, from Monster by Walter Dean Myers, in case YouTube wants to copyright me. There you go. Cut to weird shot of interior death row. Steve is seen walking down the hallway between two guards. He is brought into the death chamber. The guards are pale, almost greenish. They lay Steve on the table for the lethal injection and strap him down. See you close up of Steve's face. He is terrified. Voiceover, as camera focuses on Steve's face, one of the guards says, "Open your legs. We have to plug up your butt so you don't mess yourself as you die." Steve's face grimaces with pain as they put in the plug. So that didn't actually happen. He's not actually dying. That was a kind of a nightmare daydream that he is having because he is so terrified of the possibility of death, being on death row and having the lethal injection, that he is fantasizing about it because he's so scared. That's just something that you do. You're so terrified of something that you just can't get it out of your head. And here he is imagining what it would be like to be on death row. Also, a gross fact that I don't know if you know, but when you die, you poop yourself. When you die, your bowels drop and you make a mess. Number 1 and 2 come out, which is unfortunate. And it's gross that you die and then boom, that's what happens. But what's even more dehumanizing is the fact that Steve's final moment of life before he dies, he is strapped to a chair and they have to plug up his butt so that he doesn't poop everywhere. Those are the last 2 things that he experiences. Those are the last 2 things that anybody on death row experiences because nobody wants to clean that stuff up. That, at its core, is massively dehumanizing. You don't even get a dignified death. No matter what you did, they are removing your human rights to die in a dignified way. So that is one moment that possibly confused some of you that I just wanted to touch on. And then another moment that I wanted to touch on will be on page 76. Page 76. So, cut to interior jail. An older prisoner sits on the john. So, part number 1, he has to go to the bathroom in front of everybody. We talked about this a little bit in class, but maybe some of you weren't there because it was spring break time, or I just need to reiterate it that jail, they deprive you, they take away all of your privacy. They don't allow you basic privacy. They don't give you 4 walls or a stall to do your business. You have to do it in front of everybody. So an older prisoner sits on the john, his pants around his ankles for everybody to see. Older prisoner. They got to give you some time. The guy dies and you get the time. That's the deal. Why the hell should you walk? And don't give me young. Young don't count when a guy dies. Why should you walk? Steve. Because I'm a human being. I want a life too. What's wrong with that? Older prisoner. Nothing. But the rules you got to follow. You do the crime, you do the time. You act like garbage, they treat you like garbage. Prisoner 2. Yo, man, you acting like a preacher or something, but guess where you at? This ain't no hotel. So here's this older prisoner who's like, yeah, you got to do, justice needs to be served. But this older prisoner, he's also in jail for doing something wrong, right? Older prisoner, well, yeah, but I ain't complaining. Prisoner 2, but suppose he innocent. Older prisoner, you innocent? Steve, yes. Older prisoner, well then, somebody got to do some time. They're going to lock somebody up. Boom. Somebody has to get punished. Something goes wrong, somebody has to get punished. That's just kind of the way it is. That's just how the legal system works. Justice has to be served in some way, even if it's not the best or proper form of justice. Somebody has to do the crime, even if that person is innocent. That is the way our legal system is set up to work. Also, Steve says, because I'm a human being, I should walk because I'm a human being. I want a life too. What's wrong with that? There you go. He is trying to stop them from dehumanizing him. Steve is on a quest to claim his humanity, to keep himself human. That is what the journals are there for. That question from Friday, everybody got it right. He's typing up the screenplay so that people know the events that are occurring, so that he knows, so that people know what he's experiencing. right? But he's doing the journals, then we can feel his thoughts and what he is imagining going on in his head, everything that he is feeling, to claim and to keep and maintain his humanity, to still be a person with rights. That's the core conflict of the book. He is still trying to be a human being. He's trying to answer the question, who am I? Am I a monster? Or am I somebody who deserves to live? So, rolling on. Peace out. More homework for tomorrow. Not homework. Reading and questions. There you go. I don't want to call it homework. Assignments? That doesn't sound better. Stuff to do. Stuff. Call it stuff. You can do stuff if you want to do stuff. There you go. Alrighty. Peace out. Do good things. Be good people. End.